This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
The time right now is 6:53, and it's time to get you ready to take on your Friday in the morning sprint. You could be voting on a new school bond this November. Mark Peterson has a look at your weekend forecast. But first, the Supreme Court is now considering former President Donald Trump's unprecedented legal defense that he has absolute immunity from alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election because he was acting in his official duties as president. Lawyers for special counsel Jack Smith arguing no president is above the law. Conservative judges, while not fully embracing Trump's defense, maintain the president needs some protections from prosecution. Good Morning America will have a closer look at this story coming up in just a few minutes. Well, TikTok's Chinese parent company said it won't sell the social media platform as the United States ban looms. On Thursday, ByteDance denied plans to sell after reports surfaced it was exploring the sale of TikTok's U.S. business without the algorithm that recommends videos to users. It's the first official response from the Beijing-based company on the issue since President Joe Biden signed the bill that could lead to the nationwide ban.
Waking up to a mild start in our First Alert Weather, and the First Alert Weather app still valid, still available. It's free in the App Store. Temperature is very mild. We have upper 40s for the most part. Cheney, you've just slipped into the 30s at 39 degrees, still warmer than we've seen over the last couple of weeks. When we look at our radar, it's still energy and still showers with higher elevation mountain snows along the Idaho-Montana border and also north of Spokane, making its way into that northeast corner. Over the next 12 hours, we're going to see clouds, isolated scattered showers this afternoon, and a high of 61.
Spokane Public Schools is now considering adding a new bond to the November election. In February, the district asked voters for $200 million to rebuild 2 schools and update other campuses. That bond failed. Earlier this week, the board floated the idea of asking voters to only pay for the 2 oldest schools to be replaced, citing a critical need, considering the buildings are about 100 years old. Now, board members acknowledge the massive jump in property values that are raising taxes for homeowners. The board estimates this new plan would cost about $75 million after funds come in from the state. Now, the SPS board plans to meet again to discuss this idea. If they go for it, they'd have to file by August 6th to make it on the November ballot. Othello police have arrested 15 suspected sex buyers in a weeks-long operation focused on reducing the demand for commercial sex. Charges include patronizing a prostitute, promoting prostitution, resisting arrest, forgery, and a domestic violence no-contact order violations. Othello PD says the arrests are part of its role as an affiliate of the FBI Human Trafficking Task Force. You can find more information about the people who were arrested on KXLY.com. Well, grizzly bears are coming back to the North Cascades thanks to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife. Now, grizzly bears occupied the North Cascades region for thousands of years as a key part of the ecosystem, though the last confirmed sighting of a grizzly bear in the U.S. part of the North Cascades was back in 1996. Over the next 5 to 10 years, agencies will give 25 bears from the Rocky Mountains or the interior British Columbia a new home in the North Cascades. This can be done thanks to a redesignation of grizzlies in the region as a non-essential experimental population. There is no set timeline for when those bears will be moving in. The North County Food Pantry in Elk has started a hot meal delivery service for people who lost everything in the Oregon Road fire. The service started less than a month ago, and the pantry is already feeding 16 families in the area. For information about how you can help make a difference, visit our website, KXLY.com. Friends of the Library's book sale continues today, and you can get a book for as low as $1 at the Spokane Friends of the Library book sale. It's at the Shadle Park Library. It's open to everyone today from 10 to 4:30 and Saturday from 10 to 1. And in Idaho, the Friends of the Community Library Network semi-annual book sale starts today. All the money it makes will sponsor grant requests to support library programming for both kids and adults. Head to the Hayden Library from 3 to 7 today and Saturday from 10 to 3. And tonight, the NFL Draft continues here on 4 News Now. First, catch a special edition of 4 News Now at 3. Then you got World News at 3:30. Then it's rounds 2 and 3 of the NFL Draft, followed by a special edition of 4 News Now.